Cause the player's gonna play, and the hater's gonna hate. Baby, I'm just gonna shake. I shake it off. Hey everybody, check it out. What's up? It's Heracles, Porsche's professional intro. Yay! Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you enjoyed my truly horrendous lack of musical talent. But I want to talk about some quick must-know topics here before I get to the other meat and potatoes. The server is down right now. I have unable to connect right now. So if you're watching this video when it was recently uploaded, you're probably looking at the same screen as me. Also, I have some stability concerns about certain skin modules. My Tashmerk on heavy skin seems to cause a glitch where at the end of Faction Warfare I'm stuck on the victory screen. I haven't confirmed this yet, so it might be premature, but I'll keep you updated. Very recently I was on the Biomass podcast, which I will talk about more in a second. Just a quick word here about the footage you're watching. This is my last ever time using the Min Mando Apex suit. I have fond memories of the the Republic Renegade Commando, but it has been traded away. It was traded away for the Samurai, which I will get footage up of that relatively soon. The Samurai is the Calamando. Yeah, this footage is a couple days old. I have a minor backlog of footage, but hopefully I can get through it all. Yeah, it was, so yeah, I said that, the trade. Yeah, so this was the first Apex suit I ever did a video on. And it was kind of, so you can go back and watch my first ever Apex video. That one got 1,000 hits, but I mean, that was like back when I really hadn't figured out the format for how to do those Apex videos. But I just tried my hand at it once, and then I started to, anyway, after my first video wasn't spectacular. I said a lot of obvious stuff, but then I just, like, later on I found the formula, a more entertaining formula for my Apex suit videos, and yeah, anyway, so yes, I have fond memories of my making a slightly inferior Apex suit video with this suit, but it was now been traded away. It is gone onto a new owner. Sorry I forgot to include a fitting video for my last time using the suit, but here is a freeze frame of my link fitting for the suit, and here's a freeze frame for my regular runaround nanohive fitting for the suit. And yeah, I'd already put up links on top of, built 3 uplinks on tops of buildings and stuff, so I knew I was contributing links. But yeah, I probably actually should have put a burst AR on this thing, but I decided to make a fit that was a little more like how I originally played it. Alright, other Apex suits. I sold a Dominus Sentinel the other day for 50 million, so I got my main Apex suit selling and trading that I wanted to do out of the way. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of too many more. I might sell off I'm grinding a lot of Amar LP right now, so I'll probably gradually sell off a few Amar suits as I grind the LP for it, but beyond that I'm probably not going to trade or sell off a whole lot more Apex suits. I'm pretty happy with how things are now. Um, but anyway, yes, that is the source of this footage. That is the significance of that footage that you are watching right now. But anyway, let's move on to some slightly more, potentially more tantalizing topics. Um, so yeah, I was on the Biomass podcast. Yes, there is a podcast for this game. I was on episode 62. I will be including links to that stuff. So there's a lot of CPM stuff going on, which I will also try to talk about soon. But basically, for the first, you'll if you watch that podcast, you'll listen to me introduce myself, and then for the first 44 minutes of that podcast, it's all basically going to be CPM stuff. They have two people they're interviewing who are running for CPM, and then after they get to that stuff, you will get to listen to me take part in the conversation. Yes, but I have, yeah, I've been listening to the podcast on and off, and I did not expect that it was gonna, no slight against the podcast, but this is not intended as a slight when I say this, but I did not think it was gonna be so fun. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun on there, and time and availability permitting, I think I will probably jump on the podcast. The people there were very friendly and made it sound like I would be welcome back anytime. So yeah, I will probably be doing that. Kane Sparrow got a little pissy with me on the podcast, just a little bit. Firstly, he said I was talking. Anyway, we got into some seriously nerdy topics of conversation relating to Logi equipment, especially a lot of stuff to do with uplinks. But first, we're talking about NanoHive bandwidth, and I said, don't the NanoHives all take 8 bandwidth? And Kane Sparrow cut me off and said, no, it's only the We Are Comies, but I'm fairly certain that at the very least the Alatex also have 8 bandwidth, and I mean that's just the proto nanohives. I know there are other nanohives that take less bandwidth. Wow, seriously nerdy topics of conversation. And then later on we were talking about uplink, some really complicated stuff about uplinks and how to maintain them, and I was making a point. He was basically making an argument for a simplified uplink system, which I really don't have a problem with, but there definitely be a lot of pros to that. But I just felt like making a random counterpoint about, well, everybody who's learned how to do uplinks now under its current complicated system might feel like they've lost something if the system gets simplified. And then he basically told me what I had was a non-argument, which wasn't fair. But anyway, you just gotta shake it off. Yeah, I don't know. What else is there? But yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm not gonna do one of my crazy. I'm not gonna go crazy about it. Well, I'm already crazy, but I'm gonna be relatively sane and measured about my differences of opinion with Kane Sparrow, which I know is not like me, but that is more or less how I'm planning to go forward. But yeah, I do really think that that episode of Biomass that I was on was one of their better episodes. I know it sounds cocky of me, but I do. But it's not just because I was on the show. They were doing kind of like a different thing with their format. The host was kind of doing like a boxer announcer type shtick that made it more I don't know, entertaining. It was a very entertaining episode, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, let me know if you have listened to the Biomass podcast, what you think of it as a whole, what you think of my appearance on it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I did mostly just go on there with the intention of finding an extra place to promote the channel, but yeah, it was enjoyable. So I will probably try and get back on there again at some point. I did kind of waste a small opportunity. I did have a promo for this channel that I used. I spent that time. I spent my shout out time basically talking about myself. Very conceited, I know, but I had meant to I had meant to ask for some extra time to shout out some people who've been helping with the channel. Like people like Primordial Cockroach, who lent me those skins. Of course, you guys know Jadek has also been really supportive of the channel. There's Klinsman Alves has been one of my most frequent posters, and so yeah, maybe I will. Anyway, I guess I have a shout out in a video instead of on the podcast, but yeah, I wanted you guys to know that I am not that conceited, that I don't only need to talk about myself. I did have plans to shout out other people. I just I underutilized my time there, but anyway, yeah. And then Silver shouted me out on the podcast, even though I was right there, which was awesome. And also, I have to give Silver a big thank you for tech supporting me before I got on podcast. We used Mumble, which did not know a single thing about, and he helped me get on there. So thank you very much, Silver. I actually doubt I would have got on the podcast without you. So big shout out to you, buddy. Also, a big thank you to everybody who has written in one form or another to tell me how much they like my intro. I'm sure you guys have guessed, but I basically just designed it to be a parody of other people's intros. So I'm glad you guys got some enjoyment out of that. Okay, so better than saying, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Apologies. I know, don't take it personally if I pronounce it wrong, because people call me Heracles, either Hercules or Heracles Porsche. But anyway, yeah, better than Seon commented a few videos ago that he was getting tired of my intro. And I definitely do not want to do anything on the channel that is irritating for people, but and as great a supporter as better than Seon has been, I do have to measure what he says against a lot of very kind messages and in-game mails telling me how much people love the intro. So I have one great supporter of the channel saying he doesn't like the intro, but a lot of people saying they do like it. So I just have to kind of weigh that all together. So I did want to do something to acknowledge all the people who participate in the channel. So it was after that comment that I started slipping in my own extra crappy musical little bit before my intro bit, to sort of try and accommodate better than Seon wanting something a little different. But yeah, I'm definitely not ready to get rid of that intro anytime soon. So there's that. But yeah, speaking of trying to stay accessible to people, I have a Facebook. Heracles Porsche has a Facebook. I've had it for a while. You can look for my name on Facebook or friend me, or actually look through my list of incredibly random people who have wanted to add me as a friend on Facebook and probably have no idea what the hell Dust 514 is. For a really long time, even back to my old YouTube channel that I had before this one, there was a fan page I had for Gildenlock. So you can find that fan page for Gildenlock, you can or you can friend Heracles Porsche on Facebook, or you can find me on Skype. It's Heracles.Porsche, and don't be surprised if I'm not on those services a whole lot. I mostly just got Heracles Porsche on Facebook so I could post stuff as him and keep my personal Facebook stuff separate. So I use a completely different browser when I'm doing the Heracles Porsche stuff, and I'm not necessarily on Skype all the time either, but I am in a way trying to make myself more accessible. Anyway, let's see how far we are into the video here. Alright, shifting topics here. I guess I should talk about CPM stuff. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed, I've never really tackled CPM related topics on my channel here before. It's just, I didn't really know that much about the position, but I didn't really do anything with CPMs until I did that kind of like joke supporting BAM, well, for CPM. I mean, not that he wouldn't be a good CPM, but yeah, until I watched BAM's video, I didn't realize that CPMs got slapped with a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA, like you need more acronyms. But CPM, I guess, is an acronym. It stands for Council of Planetary Management, and for anyone who's not in the know, basically the CPM is a volunteer worker who is a go-between. They go between the community of Dust and the devs, basically trying to relay whatever the community is asking for or seems to need to the devs. And like I said, it's volunteer. They don't get paid for it. I'm not really sure what kind of sane thing they get out of it, but then again, like I should talk, I run a obsessive Dust 514 YouTube channel. I don't know what I get out of it, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, I get your feedback. Your feedback is wonderful. That's what I get out of it. But I mean, yeah, they get slapped and CPM is a really thankless job. I mean, they get no pay, slapped with an NDA, and maybe the only thing they might get out of it is maybe they could put that position on a resume. I guess that looks good. I haven't asked about that, but I mean, I would, if I wanted to do volunteer work to beef up my resume, I would pick something else personally. Yeah, it just seems like such a thankless job. But yeah, people have been gearing up to run for a while, so I'm thinking of inviting potential CPMs to be in some of my videos. There might be some interest in that way. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're interested in being my channel. I don't know if people are interested in hearing them, but maybe it would be interesting to get them their last word before they're permanently muzzled with an NDA agreement. I don't know, but I think NDAs make me sad. That's it's the number one reason I could never take a position like CPM. But the one heartwarming thing about it is, people are doing it because they really care about this game. That's why there's so many people running, is because I know we all bitch that, oh, we're in a glitchy game, our game is old graphics. You know, we have a glitchy old graphic game, and then it's dead, nobody's playing it anymore, blah blah blah. There's always people bitching. But there are people running for CPM, and it's because they care about this game. I think most people understand what CPM is, who are running for it, understand what it is well enough to know what it entails. So they can really the only thing that can motivate someone to get involved is because they really care about the game, and that is heartwarming.